and screaming about the gas prices this summer. Wait until those home heating bills start hitting people this winter. You're going to have people having to choose between warm beds and warm meals for their children all across this country. And you care, and you want this country to do better and rise to meet this challenge. And the question is there a solution? Is there an answer? Is there some way to put this country back to work? Is there some way to deal with these high energy costs? Is there some way to reach out and help and hold people who don't have anything and who need a hand? Can we be the kind of country that comes together, where people turn to each other and not on each other in a crisis? Is there a way forward? That's what's on your mind most days. And you're supposed to be doing your work, and I know you're not doing your work. You're sending emails, you're looking on the blogs, and you're clicking all around, and I'm telling you there's an answer. It's in my book. It's in my book. Hooray! Congratulations! It's gonna be all right. We can do this. All right? We need to make sure people know we can build a green economy in this country that is strong enough to lift people out of poverty, that's strong enough to put people back to work. We can bring asthma rates down. We can bring jobs up. We can power our way through this recession or depression or whatever George Bush made for us. We can get through it, and it's very simple. It's very simple. We retrofit, reboot, and repower this country. That's going to require that we weatherize millions of buildings all across this country. You know what that means? That means you're going in, you're blowing in insulation. You're not using old nasty toxic insulation. You're using green clean insulation, giving those green clean companies some business. All right? That means you're double painting glass, so those old windows that rattle in the wind don't rattle anymore. Keep that home nice and warm. Okay, that means you're putting up solar panels. You're taking out those old boilers. You know what all that is? That's thousands of contracts, millions of jobs, and they pay for themselves in the energy savings. You hear me? That's thousands of contracts, millions of jobs. You bring jobs up, you bring energy bills down, you bring home values up, you bring asthma down, and it pays for itself in the energy savings. Don't tell me we don't have answers in this country. And the good thing about it is, with that kind of agenda, we say we're going to retrofit America, weatherize and solarize America. Let's start with the poorest people. Let's start with the people whose homes are the leakiest in terms of energy and have the least ability to pay. Let's do what Majora Carter said. Let's green the ghetto first. Okay? Why? Because when you do that, you put them in the center of the agenda. Now you can't say the environmental agenda is just about the polar bears. Now, we love the polar bears. We ain't gonna hug them. We ain't gonna kiss them. But we love the polar bears. We love our sister and brother species. But we love our sisters and brothers too. And we got sisters and brothers who are suffering. And they're gonna be shivering in the winter. Our construction industry is idle. They can't build anything for the next 12 months, 18 months, 24 months. They're idle. Can we have enough sense to put them to work? If you can't build, can you rebuild? Can you retrofit America? Can you create those jobs? Can we have enough sense to do that work, which would actually be the lowest hanging fruit on the carbon question? You bring carbon rates down, you bring greenhouse gases down, and you bring hope up. These are practical green solutions that pay for themselves, that are good for ordinary people, that put a different face on our movement, expand this coalition for climate solutions, and they can be done. Give us $100 billion. We can retrofit this country. Math says you can create 2 million jobs in 2 years. It's enough jobs to power us through the recession. And when you get done, you have a coalition. You have the country you've always wanted. Now America's leading the world, not in pollution, but in solutions. But you have the movement you've always wanted.